What's up, guys? This is Koski Subohms,
And I'm Chunk McCloud.
and welcome to my YouTube page. This is my page, but Mr. Chunk McCloud's over here is going to be guest reviewing or guest hosting with me from time to time. So what you're going to find when you come to this page is we're going to be doing juice reviews, build tutorials, also mod reviews, atomizer reviews, anything like that. So if you're new to vaping and want to learn how to build, or you're a current experienced vapor and you want to just know about a mod that you're thinking about buying or a juice line, then this is the place to go. So we're going to try to cover all the bases on each of these videos here.
Absolutely.
So what do we got today?
Today we are reviewing Boca Vapes. It's a brick and mortar vape store actually around here in Florida. We've got one of their one of their hot seller flavors right now. It's mango. In case you can see that. Labeling and bottling, they just changed bottles. It's a lot better for the drip. Also, if you got a tank, the new tip that they got on there, as you can see, is a little bit smaller now. You can actually get it inside of your tank if that's your thing.
A lot more precise fill.
Yeah. This is as like it says, it's mango. It's also it's a mango peach flavor, and a 50-50 blend if you get it off the shelf. Also, this is a 6-nic, and you can also get a custom blend from them if you want. It's usually a 2-day order process, and if you put in, say on a Monday, by a Wednesday you can get max VG all the way up to a 30-nic if seizures are your thing.
You're that hardcore.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Usually, Koski and I tend to vape pretty much a max VG with a 3-nic, because dripping on what we're on right now it'd be a little overkill to go anything besides that. If you want to take a look at what Koski's running right now, we're running the same build usually.
Right now we're running a 24 gauge parallel build. Parallel builds are obviously really hot right now. All the cloud chases are doing them. I love this build. It produces a lot of vapor, a lot of flavor. I mean, you pretty much get everything out of it. This is actually on nichrome as opposed to regular Canthal. We actually just started using this, so
yes, we did.
We're really happy with the performance. Mr. Chunk over here is going to give you a test fire. So great amount of vapor out of that. Good flavor too. Good thing about Boca Vapes flavors, really doesn't matter which one you get. What I like about them is that these juices are geared toward not only drippers, but they taste amazing in tanks too. I mean, we all started in tanks.
There's no
We
way
started
around
we
it.
started in Egos, we started in Clear Misers, wherever you started. And we actually started on Boca Vapes flavors. And I can tell you, and he can tell you from starting on tanks and now being into dripping, that the flavor only gets better.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not bad in a tank, it's still extremely good in a tank. But for anybody, whether you're just vaping just to vape, or you're vaping to quit smoking, or you're cloud chasing, doesn't matter who you are, this is a juice for you.
Absolutely. Like you said, I mean, it's got the flavor that you want in a dripper. It's got the good vapor production, which is, if you're chasing, that's going to be kind of a good thing for you to get, because I mean, it's not necessarily the blend that they use. I mean, you can taste the difference, and you can taste that it's a premium vape line. The juice is absolutely flavorful, minimal throat hit, even for being a 50-50, which, off the shelf, like you get like this, is a 50-50 ratio on the PG-VG. This is actually a 6-nic, which is pretty much double of what I'm used to actually vaping. And it's really smooth, and it's something that you can put, like I said, in a tank. You can drip it. You can use it in your K-Fun. It's a good all-around day vape. Really, really mellow, not overpowering with the flavor, not something that you're gonna vape for 20 minutes and go, well, that was cool, let's change it up to something else. I mean, I literally vape 50 mils a week of this, and that's on top of what else I'm vaping.
Yeah, and At Boca Vapes, that's what he's showing you. That's the 10 milliliter bottle. You also have a 30 milliliter bottle available. This is an older bottle. This is actually one of mine, but they actually have the newer bottles now that have that same tip, that more needle tip. It's more precise. So the bottles have actually improved from them too. So, and even if you're watching this and you're not in South Florida and you're somewhere else, they ship to you. It's www.bocavapes.com. We will actually put that link in the info. So check that out.
Scroll down.
Give it a try. I mean, you'll find a flavor that you like on there, and you will not be able to go wrong with it. From my understanding too, these are actually being sold in other local brick and mortars around the country. I know there's a couple places in Boston that have them. I'm not sure exactly where else, but if you're lucky, you'll actually find this on a shelf in your local brick and mortar. And it'll probably say something like Boca Gourmet Flavors, Boca Vapes. It'll say something on it, but you'll know the label. I like their labels, actually. It's a very presentable label. Don't mind that one. You know, it's had some use, so it's a little faded. But each flavor has its own design on the label, which is pretty good because if you got a whole lineup of flavors there, you can easily tell them apart. So you know which one's mango, which you're going to, or Resto's gravy, or so on and so forth. So the labeling is good. Overall,
fantastic.
The product's fantastic.
The product is I mean, I vape premium vape lines usually all day, which we'll cover obviously other vape lines and other various videos, or Koski will cover some. This will go toe to toe with any other premium vape line. Any of the premium e-juices or e-liquids or whatever you want to refer to it as anyone else is going to know, it's all about the quality of your ingredients, as I've already said. The quality of the ingredients that they use is top-notch. You don't have to worry about there being foreign chemicals inside of it that you don't feel safe vaping. I mean, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, we're all here to vape, to have a safe, healthier alternative to smoking cigarettes. And you always want to have the confidence that you're going to vape on something that doesn't have formaldehyde in it, for goodness sakes. Yeah. But what you can do is you can absolutely trust Kevin. He's their master blender, and he takes care of the place really well as far as knowing that the product is exactly as it states. It is 100% vegetable glycerin if it's 100% blend. The 50-50, like I said, the PG-VG ratio, if you run a 50-50, for the more experienced taste buds, obviously you're going to taste it. But for an all-day, around-the-clock vape, it's very, very good in a 50-50 mix.
And personally, I know a lot of people that work there. I'm a regular in there. I go to a lot of vape shops, but Boca Vapes is one of my regulars, and I'm fortunate enough to know a lot of the people that work in there, including the mixologists, the juice makers. And, from what they tell me and what they say, I mean, they really take their time on each bottle. They're not just putting them out there just to get them out, because, I mean, they're moving thousands and thousands of bottles a week. Okay?
It's consistent.
From what I've told, and they take their time. I mean, there's so much consistency in each bottle you vape. Like, you're not going to get a mango on Monday, go through it, and on Tuesday it's going to taste like shit. No. It's going to taste just as good. And it's always going to be like that. You can't even compare the consistency. Because I vaped premium lines, and one of them was like, oh man, it's fantastic. And then the other one's like, oh, this tastes like shit. So
it's the bee's knees, kids.
It is.
It's the bee's knees.
So, I think that about covers everything. So, like I said, if you're local in the South Florida area, it's Boca Vapes. They're located in Boca Raton, Florida. It's East Boca, right on the corner of 2nd Avenue and Yamato. And if you're out of state or if you're somewhere else, www.bocavapes.com. We will put that in the description.
Check the bottle.
Check it out. Order it. You will not be disappointed. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
Happy vaping.
Happy vaping.